Good day and thank you for watching. I'm Ryan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to feature a shortcut which I call the fraction over a fraction shortcut. And this shortcut is applicable if we have the following types of expressions. So if you have an expression with a fraction on our numerator and a single term in the denominator, and uh, next is if we have a single term on our numerator and a fraction on our denominator. And finally, if we have both uh, numerators having fraction. So we have a fraction on numerator and the denominator. Now, all of the three forms that I mentioned earlier can be reduced into the third form, which is a fraction on the numerator and a fraction on the denominator. So if you have achieved this form, then we can simplify this expression using the shortcut. And the shortcut uh, proceeds to this format, which is outer over inner. So this simply means that we simplify or we combine the outer terms and we divide it by the inner terms. So in this form, the outer terms are a and d. So I mean these are the terms on both ends or on the outer part. So if we simplify or if we combine a and d, we get this is equal to AD, and that's over the inner terms, which are B and C. B times C is simply BC. Now, going back to our first form, we have a fraction on our numerator, A over B, and a single term on our denominator. So first we need to transform this so that we can have both fractions on numerator and denominator. So this can be transformed. So we will copy A over B for the numerator, and C can be transformed into a fraction having a denominator of 1. So that's C over 1. And with this, we can already use the outer over inner shortcut. So we multiply the outer terms, which are A and 1. So we get A times 1 is simply A, and the inner terms are B and C. So we have BC. So this is now the simplified form, A over BC. Conversely, the second form, which has a single term on the numerator and a fraction in the denominator, can be transformed such that we will have fractions on both numerator and denominator. So the single term of A can be transformed into a fraction of A over 1, and we will copy the denominator, which is a fraction, that's B over C. So in this form, we can already use the outer over inner. So the outer terms are A and C. So multiplying A and C, we get AC, and the inner terms are 1 and B. 1 times B is just B. So the simplified form of this type is AC over B. So for our example, let's have we're given with this expression 2x plus 1 over 3x on our numerator all over 4x over 5 in our denominator. So in this case, we can apply the shortcut since we have a fraction over a fraction form. So let's combine the outer terms. So we have 5 and 2x plus 1. So if we multiply 5 by 2x plus 1, 5 times 2x, we get 10x, and 5 times 1 is simply plus 5. And that's over, our inner terms are 3x and 4x. So if we multiply 3x and 4x, 4 times 3 is 12, and x times x is x squared. So this is already the simplified form of this given. For our second example, we have x squared minus 4 over 2 on our numerator, and that's all over x plus 2. Now in this case, this takes the form of our of the first type of our shortcut, which features a fraction on the numerator and a single term on the denominator. So in this case, we can put a denominator for our for x plus 2. So if since this is a single term, we can put an over 1 as a denominator. Now in this format, we already have fractions on both sides. So let's proceed to the shortcut, which is the outer and the inner. So the outer here are x squared minus 4 and 1. So multiplying x squared minus 4 and 1, we still get x squared minus 4 over our inner terms are 2 and x plus 2. So we have 2 times x plus 2. Now, this is already the outer over inner format. However, I noticed that we can still simplify x squared minus 4 and x plus 2 here. So we can actually cancel x plus 2 because we can factor out x squared minus 4. The factored form of x squared minus 4 should be x plus 2 and x minus 2, and that's over 2, and we will copy the denominator which has x plus 2. So here we can cancel x plus 2. So what remains is x minus 2 over 2. So in this, at this point, we already have the simplified form and also the final answer, which is x minus 2 over 2. Again, to recap, if we have this form, or if we're given with these rational expressions of the form a over b all over c plus d, the shortcut is to combine the outer terms, which are a and d, over the inner terms, which are b and c. So with this, I hope you learned something from this video. Until next time, see you and God bless us.